Welcome to Wildcards. We are the D-Gens of crypto, where we talk about all things on the block. Enjoy.
Oh, shit. Shit. This shit working? What the fuck? I guess that means, yeah.
Shut up, baby, man.
My bad.
That's right, I said hammy.
All right, I guess it's working. I guess we're going to get to work right about now. Roy, cut the shit. We got to do some shit. Come on, man. Come on, man. Kill it.
What it do?
Thank you. See how easy that is? That's how easy that shit is. What up, y'all? It's Friday night. We're on a Twitter space. Do you believe that shit right now? We're actually on a Twitter space. Like, who would have thought that was going to happen today? To be honest, that's just me. I didn't think we were going to have a Twitter space earlier tonight. I'm like, shit, dog. Like, I woke up, couldn't hear shit. I'm like, what the fuck? All day long, I'm looking at the Twitters, and I'm like, what the shit's going on with Twitter? And, like, an hour ago, Cobra's like, nah, bro, we ain't going to do it tonight, bro. Like, sorry. And I'm like, no, we're going to make this shit happen. And so, you know, I sent my shit out. I DM'd my homeboy, Elon. And I'm like, yo, Elon, brother. I'm like, you got to hook the wild cards up, man. I know it's your favorite Twitter space. You know, thank you. In all the land. So I'm like, Elon, brother, you know, like, let's take the focus off these rockets. I know you're good at rockets and all that shit. But, like, let's get this Twitter shit going on. Let's get this blue bird burden. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, come on. We got, like... Okay, yes, we do. Okay, we got the fucking Salty Seagull motherfuckers up in the house tonight, and we're just going to be kicking it, talking for a little bit, and see what's popping. In case y'all don't realize or know where the shit you are, FYI, it's Friday night, bitches, and you know what you're fucking listening to.
Wild bitches!
One more time.
Wild card bitches!
Roy, hit him again, brother.
Wild card bitches!
So, like, wild cards, right? Like, I'm going to tell you something, because this is what happens, like, every week, and I just got to run it down. I got, like, 3 notebooks rocking in front of me, all right? So, number one, we're doing it, brother, because I'm going to tell you something. It's Friday. It's wild cards.
It's fucking Friday. Let's go.
What is wild cards? I'm going to tell you something. It's a whole group of weird motherfuckers. There's between, like, 5 and 50 of us, I think, that take up way too much space sometimes in this spot. We party it up. We beat the shit out of each other with our words. We make fun of each other. We laugh a shitload. Once in a while, we might learn something. Maybe not, but good Lord knows that I sit here and laugh my tits off most of the time. It's not financial advice. It's do your own research. Y'all got a Google button. You know where it is. Hit that shit. We're all looking at these phones and screens. Like, look up shit. Like, don't listen to it and be like, oh, because Cobra said this, I'm going to put my mom's life savings into that shit. Cut that shit out. Save your money. Google that shit. Stop shooting those DMs to people. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to get your game on Smash. So, like, just so you know, wild cards. It's a whole bunch of motherfuckers. You got, like, D. Clay, Hemi, Cobra. You got Big Kahuna. You got Bubba Booey. You got Hecka. You got Taxi. You got Roy. You got Beto. You also got our homeboy that some call... That's right. You call him the Cosmic Adonis. He beams in from the intergalactic aphrodisiac galaxy over there. So, in case you don't know, I might be a hold of the original the original NFT of the Cosmic Adonis. I'm willing to let it go for $20K. Nothing less, bitches. Okay?
That's what's up.
So, like, yeah, it's been a crazy week. It's been a crazy day. There's been rugs. There's been cracked eggs. There's been feelings hurt. There have been influencers who are getting beaten over the dick with fines and legal bullshits because of stocks and all that shit. You got all this other shit popping. You got some other rugs going on. You've seen them happen this week. You got a bunch of other shit like I don't know, like trading situations and other NFT projects either popping up or disappearing. And, you know, you got my boy, yo, are you shitting me? You're here, brother? ¿Qué pasa, amigo? You got Abraham Benavides, MD. What up, brother? Great to see you. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to put us on pause for a second, but, like, never get to see that dude. So, like, that's where we're at. We run this first half of the show. It's like an hour and like 15 minutes or so, right? And like that's the recorded shit. That's the shit that Hemi takes and he uploads that to like YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, MomTunes, Amazon, whatever. Like it's all over the place. Start Googling that shit little by little. You know how it goes because like seriously, yeah, for real. Like Wildcards, like we're doing it. We have a whole lot of fun, and we make a little bit of noise. And I'm going to tell you something. I love Twitter Spaces. I really do. I'm a bitch about Twitter Spaces, okay? Like, I was pissed shit was shut down today. I listened to them for information. I listened to them for entertainment. I listened for a whole lot of shit. It's replaced, like, satellite radio in my whip. It's replaced, like, the radio in my whip. So, like, blessing that it's back and blessing that there's so many different types of spaces to choose from. And, again, if you're choosing this one, you don't know what the fuck you're doing because this is a weird fucking spot to choose to hang out on a fucking Friday night. So after that hour and 15 mark, basically, that's when I piss people off and say, listen, man, I got to cut the short for a second. And that's when like my homeboy El Duque is like, what the fuck? And then we shut it down. But then we open that shit right back up and it's uncut. It's unrecorded. Some say it's uncircumcised and you got to ask my mom because only she fucking knows the truth. You know what I mean?
Cards, bitches.
Shout out, little Ruthie.
Shout out to little Ruthie, my mom.
I have always loved Latinos.
And if you ain't been to Wildcards before, there's a lot of weird shit that goes on in the background. It gets a little confusing, a little unsettling. And in case I get any more DMs about this shit, I'm talking to you. That really is my mom's. That's my mom's. Her name's Little Ruthie. My dad's Big Al. I can't make this shit up. I'm not that creative. But Little Ruthie, she taps in once in a while. I think she was here for Cobra's birthday party. And, oh, is he the handsome one? Yo, it was crazy. Yo, the other day, okay, we're going to start up in a second, but okay. So I'm talking to my mom. So I'm telling her about my life and all this. And she's like, oh, Stevie, oh, it sounds you're going through a lot. Have you talked to Cobra about this? I started laughing my ass off for like 50 reasons, but one that like this 75-year-old woman's referring to another adult male by the name Cobra. But also knowing that this is a dude who I met like on the interwebs and like the Twitter shits. And here we are like a year and some change later. And my mom knows him, like talks about him, talks about that other really handsome Latino. In case you don't know, he has a show that happens like in the middle of the week in the afternoon talking about where you keep your stuff.
D-Clay.
Yep, that's right. So go. It's Wildcards. Rumor has it we got the Salty Seagulls and the motherfucker. There's a lot of shit popping. I feel like they minted way back in the day, I think all the way back in May. And now you got shit popping. And there's a lot of stuff going on because people got like stake to earn and people are like, sweet, everybody's doing that. There are people are like, yo, we got games going on or we got games in the cook. Okay, cool. And other people are like, what else? Shit. Oh, like gaming, like poker, like card games and shit like that. So, like, y'all know, like, either last week, 2 weeks ago, we had the homie A Sung from Cocks Up in the Motherfucker. And that dude's just a fucking genius. He's got a lot of info about not just his project, but about projects and stuff, right?
Tons of gold nuggets.
He's full of nuggets and bundles. But
he liked the bundles.
Loves the bundles. But, So, poker. So, yeah. So, like, I love poker. That's actually one of the reasons I already said it, so I ain't going to repeat my story. But that's one of the reasons why I got into crypto about a decade ago, because that was the only way I could play online was with that Bitkern. So, here we are. So, like, I'm like, word, now we got some, like, NFTs or cryptocurrency shits that I get to play poker with or something. So, I'm trying to figure some of that shit out. So, that's why we got the Salty Seagulls up in here. We got shit going on. There's mating going on, and I'm always down to mating just because... It's one of my
mating call.
Yes, it is. Actually, my mating call hit a brother. That's what I do. I'm like, and people are like, oh shit, that's Stevie. He's mating again. It's crazy. So, what's good? Who we got from the Salty Seagulls? What's going on, man?
What's up? What's up?
What an introduction.
It happens every week like this, dog. It happens all the time. I don't even know how it happens.
That was some hype, man. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to talk. Let's go.
Dang.
This is Johnny. one of the founders of Salty Seagulls Society. If you could bring up Space Ace and Dave Bolduck, they are the other two founders as well.
So you're Johnny?
You guys could request. This is Johnny, yes.
Who's Johnny? She said, and smiled. You know that song from Short Circuit.
Song,
You've seen that
hell
movie.
yeah, baby.
Heard them all.
Come on, nah. Yo, real quick, Hemi. You know the shit got bananas at like the beginning because like I'm out of control right now. Shit's bonkers. I ain't forget about where we're supposed to start the show with. I fucked up, but I ain't forget about that. So I apologize.
You did. No, it's cool. Be cool.
I fucked up.
That's cool.
Okay,
cool,
but we're gonna come back.
It was the mating. I got it.
It was the mating, dog. Like
the mating. You get into mating, then what happens? You lose control of everything. I get it.
Seriously, and then
who is your daddy, and what does he do?
That's what happens when you're mating.
Who's he do? I understand.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Like, it's just crazy. So, Johnny, I don't know if we got your homeboys coming up. Hemi's usually in charge of hitting shit and making people come up here because I don't know how to do that.
I invited Space Ace. Who was the other guy? Who's the other host?
Yeah, it looks like Dave dropped off. He might be back in.
Oh, come on, Dave.
Regardless.
Shut up, baby
Come
dear.
on, man. Let's go.
Yeah, for real.
So, Johnny,
we can get it going.
Let's get
Let's
it
rock and
going,
roll.
man. Let's go. And it's like 1:15 the hour. We got shit to talk about. I fucked up and skipped over what I was supposed to do 5 minutes ago, so we still got to do that before the end of the show. Hem, sorry, dog, okay? Seriously.
Blonde moment. I get it. No more blonde moments, Stevie. I get it.
I'm just jealous of your blonde afro that you used to have. So, back to Johnny.
Me too.
Back to the Seagulls. You got 7,777 of these motherfuckers minted. And you stake it to the pets pool. And I think there's like how many Salty Seagull Society tokens you got? Like 777,777,777? Right?
Very good.
Thanks.
That was pretty accurate.
Thank you, Cobra. Cobra's the brains behind the operation. He's the guy in the chair. So let's talk. Where you start from? Why Seagulls? And let's rewind. It's like May. You're about to mint. Like, what's the plan in May? Is it the same plan as right now? Like, what's popping?
Yeah. So early on in the project, I had one of the ex-founders and we were starting a project. We were looking to kind of bring some real estate, real life utility into NFTs. Saw a lot of hurdles with it. Sought out a lot of lawyers and whatnot, and just it seemed like it was just going to be a rough patch. So, kind of decided to take it a different direction. There was a fallout between the previous founder and I. Caused a lot of rift.
What was that fallout about? It's in the past,
well,
I know, but what happened?
Yeah, it's in the past, dude. But it's just simple. It's he was looking to kind of just get out of the project, so he wanted to sell out.
Okay.
And when that was going on, it was like, let's kind of just drop that and then
Get me Marine
down, and he stepped down, and then we just took the project a different direction.
Good for you. So he was like, yo, let's fuck this shit. Let's end it. Let's just take the money and run. And Johnny's like, fuck that. We had a vision, and we're going to make that shit happen.
No, he wasn't trying to take money and run, but he wanted to kind of just get out of the project himself and thought
Okay, I got
sell
you.
it to someone else. So.
Okay.
Anyway, long story short, I picked up Space Ace, Dave, and we kind of took a step back and redid the white paper and kind of took it a different direction. And I think it's for the better, to be honest. And we're really excited with how far we've gone and progressed throughout this project. It feels like it's been so long ago, even though it's been like 7 months now, 6-7 months. So
shit, 7 months, 7 days in the NFT world is like a year. It's like dog years.
Hell yeah.
100%.
It's really like 49 months.
Yep. So we took the project a different direction, and we've been building out. We've been on time with all of our white paper and meeting all the goals and the roadmap. Sometimes getting things out earlier than posted. So we've just been working and building away, chipping away at it, and bear market, bull market, just we're just gonna continue building.
Well, shit, yeah. I mean, we all. One thing I guess I'm pompous, right? I didn't realize this is many people's first fucking bear market, and it's a scary motherfucker if that's your first, second, or whatever. So, like, I ain't surprised that in the past handful of months, a lot of homeboys just got the fuck out of here because they're like, oh shit, I ain't never seen nothing like this before. But, like, and again, if you're in here for the long term, you heard the term, like, we early. Okay, great. So bear market, whatever, things are going to turn around, and hopefully we're going to be back on top even further in a certain amount of time. It just takes that time. It takes a whole lot of shit. So, yeah, I mean, it's people call it the bear market. Some other people call it a builder's market, right? Like, now's the time to take advantage of that quiet or certain hypes or situations, and a lot of these fucking builders and devs are hard at work. So now that we're in the bear market and you're still building, what's going on right now with your project? Because I saw in the white paper there was stuff about poker, and when I see poker, I'm like, word, I love that shit. But I don't know too much about that with you guys. And then again, I even mentioned to you in the DMs about, I'm like, yo, and I wasn't getting you DMs about breeding like that, so don't make any of those faces, you crazy motherfuckers. But thank you. But like, so now there's a whole bunch of breeding going on. There's female seagulls with lipstick and sexies popping off in the nest. So what's going on, man?
Yeah, first of all, I gotta let everyone know and kind of put you on blast. I had to teach Stevie how to breed, how to put it in. So
it was very uncomfortable, very uncomfortable and awkward moments. It's true
Step
though.
one, damn.
He was very nice about it, everybody. Just so you know, he was very kind. He called me by my first name.
Give him the reach around.
It was a whole lot more.
Give him a reach around. Give him a reach around.
Fucking Johnny, you shit me. This is where fucking wild cards goes.
Wild card, bitches!
Oh, it's good shit. All right. So where were we? Breeding or mating? All right, mating.
Apparently so. We were mating, my friend.
Getting all flustered.
That's right.
Dang.
Yeah,
it's okay to blush
excited
around here, I guess.
Yeah. So we got males, we got females in our project. Different ranks, different roles. So pretty much, actually, I want to go back to what you were saying about poker first. So
yeah,
we're not a poker project per se, but a lot of the community was asking for poker and how we could kind of like incorporate that into our project. So we kind of have a poker seasonal poker tournament, I guess you could say, and winners of the tournament will represent a colony. So if you win, you get to say, okay, I represented Huntington Colony. At the end of the season, we tally up all the points, and the colony with the most points gets a staking reward bonus for the whole next season of poker that we have. So,
and those colonies, when you mentioned those colonies are referring to like the 5 or 6 you said colonies of the Salty Seagulls Society.
We have 11.
11. See, shit, I'm great at numbers. I'm not even a math teacher. Shh.
Yeah, so it's you could represent any of those colonies in that poker tournament, and then it gets a staking reward bonus for the next entire poker season until a new winner is done. So the first season it was Huntington, and then this recent season just finished, and Navajo came up on top. So it was good to see another colony come out on top and earn more salty staking awards for that. So really cool stuff.
Word.
And that's just like a little small part of the project. Some Discord activity and to help just
engagement.
Engagement for sure. Yeah.
People doing shit because people always wonder what the fuck's going on in this project. And we've said it before, like Twitter is an echo chamber. So like you're not going to necessarily hear what's on different blockchains unless you got your ear out there, right? And even within a small ass blockchain like us in Cardano, there's a whole bunch of fucking echo chambers. And if they're not on your radar, you're not going to hear about projects or activity or whatever. So by keeping that community engaged, at least they're stepping out too from that Discord, hopefully, and making a little bit of noise.
Yes, absolutely. And I just want to give Space Ace a chance. Did I miss anything there on the colony poker tournament?
No, you nailed it all. Cool. That's it, man. And I love the colony poker. Huntington will be in season 3, so Huntington has a chance to get back on the top spot.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, cool. So and then moving on, we got mating season right now. So mated pairs is.
Sorry, you said
right.
mating.
That's right. Yeah, no, I gotta be careful. Every time I say that, that's gonna happen. So we got season 1 here, and we got male, we got females. Pretty much, you're gonna be taking your male, your female, going to our mating website, and I know, I'm afraid to say it now.
Sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry. I was laughing. I was picturing a lot of those inappropriate websites that Hemi really loves about mating and stuff. But that's his research, he says. His research.
But we're not going over Stevie's history, so it's all good. We haven't seen his timeline just yet. That's later on.
Yeah, it's the Salty Seagulls mating hub. I guess we should call it the mating hub.
A mating hub.
The nest. Come on down to my mating hub.
Shut up, baby dear.
My bad.
So you just you take your male, your female, and we also add a little customizability there. If you use a Phoenix Gull,
get jiggy with it.
Oh my god, you guys are funny. Yeah, so you just combine them pretty much. You're going to take the 2 NFTs, they're going to become 1, and you're going to get 1 NFT back. However, it's going to give you the 3 JPEGs in the pool.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't really lose your JPEGs of your original goals. However, it becomes 1, and there's a rarity in the background, and that information is the rarity of your background will allow you to get we have new art for our bred goal. So after you mate, you're going to breed your goal. So you're going to get and
that was a mating call as well.
That was a good one. I like that one. So, where was that?
So rare. So mating and traits. You got hidden traits. You got regular traits. Are you mating within the tribe, so to speak, or are you mating outside the tribe?
Do you get extra points because you're the champion of the card poker? Anything? You wear the fancy shoes or anything like that? I'm just asking for a friend that's sitting next to me. I'm just asking.
So the colony poker tournament, that's kind of separate. It just gives the whole colony a bonus, so it has nothing to do with mating, really.
Okay.
Damn.
Okay, move on. We're gonna move on.
Yeah. You guys are killing me right now. So what? Yes, you can. You can breed within your own colony, or you can breed with another colony if you do so, please. However, the bred goal may not be one colony or the other. It will be one or the other, but you don't get to really kind of control that because it's 2 different colonies, and there'll be a percentage chance as to which colony that will be.
So is it better?
If you want to play it safe, you just breed within the same colony because you know what you're going to get. If you want to kind of gamble and use like a low colony with a higher tier colony to hopefully breed a higher tier colony, you can do that too. So it really depends on how you feel, if you want to risk that. But that's just
risk it for the biscuit.
That's a lot of risk. That's a lot of inbreeding going on. You're gonna have some sideways.
Don't go across the tracks, bro.
No, these are just colonies.
Okay. They're not families. It's not like that. The royal family, so to speak. Where everybody's related and all that shit.
Yeah, none of that.
Just making
your
sure.
Daddy, and what does he do?
That's a lot of questions that's going to happen in that nest. I'm sure.
Where's your daddy? What does he do?
Gotta love Arnold.
Yeah. So pretty much, what's the benefit? I'm sorry. So what's the benefit? So you got this pair. They breed. They give you a baby. The other ones they're not NFTs anymore. They're now just JPEGs because they've been kind of burnt, and now now the supply has been reduced.
Sorry about that. Maybe I misspoke.
No, I know you didn't. I'm guessing.
Okay, no, they are still NFTs.
Okay,
so the original two burned per se. I mean, they just become one NFT. The supply does decrease by one. However, when you breed with them, it's going to raise that supply back to even.
Bang, they bang, it goes down, baby's born, comes
bing, bang, bong.
Right.
Back to equilibrium of 7,777.
That is right. It's not going to go over that. It may stay below that if someone doesn't want to breed and they just want to try and sell the pair, and who knows what they want to do with their NFTs. Whatever they do, whatever they please, they can do. So yeah, once that happens, for breeding, we have a lot of customizability coming up with that. And right before I talk about breeding, I just want to finish up with mated pairs real quick. So the background your mated pair gets will allow you to get some of the new rare traits that are being made just for the bred gull. So there's some new art coming in for the bred gulls specifically to add a little more rare, a little juice to them, and we're looking forward to that.
We always like more juice.
Yes,
it's the mojo.
The best juice. Just injecting mojo straight up.
This is not for kids, by the way. I'm going to reset the room.
No, I thought this was all natural. Come on.
Let everybody know, just in case you don't know, I'm going to pull my favorite influencers, little spiel here. Who's my favorite influencer? Y'all know. Who is it?
D. Clay.
So listen, I'm going to reset the room so y'all know this is not a pornographic Twitter space. You're listening to Wild Cards. It's Friday night, bitches. We got the Salty Seagulls up in this motherfucker. There's a little button in the bottom corner. If you read comic books or like the old funny papers in the newspaper, it's that little bubble down there. You hit that shit, and then you hit the like or the favorite or whatever it is, and then that other little picture to make you retweet it. And, let's make that happen. Why the fuck not? You're here. You're hanging out. You might be liking it. Thank you. You're welcome, D. Clay. Shout out to D. Clay. You're welcome. Oh, I didn't even know you were here, dude. Yo.
D. Clay.
Hey.
That was actually, guys. That was a great surprise. That was a great surprise. Hi. Hey.
D. Clay.
You guys too, Hey. How's everyone doing? I'm out with the family now, grabbing some stuff. Tomorrow's my in-laws' wedding. So we're buying some last-minute things. And I'm a little sick, but I'm still here for all the outfit to get dropped, and then I'll try to hop in.
That's what's up. Well, shout out D. Clay, and shout out, just in case you need it, your favorite lady makes a mean chicken soup. You know what I'm saying?
I have always loved Latinos.
So,
little Ruthie.
We can FedEx that shit out to the West Side if need be.
Hey, thank you, bro. Thank you. I appreciate you.
We appreciate you. We appreciate you. And that, everybody, was your favorite influencer.
An influencer.
What's his name again?
D. Clay. D. Clay. D. Clay.
AKA my mom's boyfriend.
Hey.
Uh-oh. Sorry, didn't mean to get sidetracked on that. That shit fucking happens all day, every day on the fucking wild cards. That's why we have a good time like that. So we talked about the mating pairs. We have talked about breeding in depth and detail. I got a little tutorial myself, and it was crazy. So where we at next, Johnny boy? What's popping? What else is going on with you?
Yeah, so once you got your mated pairs going, you're gonna be breeding, and that's when you make a little egg there. And this is my favorite part of the project. Like, this phase of the project is there's full customization as to what the traits are gonna be, what the name is gonna be of the gull, as well as just the possibility of getting some very rare traits with them. And just to kind of go back a little bit, you asked why would I have mated pairs? So the main is actually it combines into one NFT. You're still getting the same staking bonus for 2 NFTs there. You're still, and then you also get to get an even a more staking bonus for having a dowry in the mated pairs. So that's kind of the reason you do want to mate, as well as it's going to be beneficial in the next phase of our project, which has kind of been announced, but we're going to be having a battleship, and these ships are going to be minted with Salty, and all of the traits and all of the things you want to do with this project is going to be with Salty. So, when you're picking and choosing what kind of traits you want for your goal, it's going to cost you Salty. And that's how we're kind of building the value of Salty right now.
And then, so by building the value of Salty and having it connected to being able to increase the traits or improve the traits of your baby there, what's are they going to be used for something after that? Because again, I was reading through some stuff. Thanks, Cobra. And talks about a potential game in the works or in the future. Is that related to that?
Yeah, most definitely. The bred goals, the mated pairs are all they're going to be of higher value in the game than just the regular goals. But that doesn't mean the regular goals aren't going to have any value there. They're still going to be great. You're still going to need them. And these battleships are, they're pretty much going to allow a certain amount of, a certain amount of goals on these battleships. As well as other projects, you'll be able to stake other projects you may hold on these battleships, and you're going to be able to upgrade them with Salty. So all that stuff is going to cost Salty to just make it a badass battleship. And then your war, it's going to be Gull Wars. There's 11 colonies, and yeah.
So who else? So the boat or the ship is kind of like a staking mechanism then that you're able to use with other projects, is what you said?
Yes, that will be part of it.
Now, may I ask, pray tell, which other projects have you collaborated with for that type of staking?
Have not released that information yet, but
I gathered that. But this is wild cards. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to get that off of you.
And it's like, there are people in that audience who are sitting there with their notebooks, checking their DMs over and over again, and trying to figure out what's going on and see what they're going to do.
Hecka.
So, now would be a good time to just, whisper, just to Hemi real quick, be like, pss, 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 just in case, or not. I was just putting it out there. You know what I mean? You know where you are.
Maybe in our next little DM for the reach around.
Ooh.
I can fill you in on that.
Dang.
But
three of my favorite words.
Give him a reach around.
You can anticipate that pretty much all your favorite projects are going to be involved. I don't see why anyone wouldn't want to be involved at this point. Once they see kind of what we got going down, it's going to be good stuff.
When you say once they see what we going down, yeah. Now, what level? What are we talking about with this game?
Full exposure?
Well, we're expecting that at this point if there's reach arounds and mating. But I'm saying right now, there's all these different NFT gaming platforms and all that I've actually been trying out, right? And some are just the run by and click. Some are the go up the levels and do this. Some are this, and that,
like classic Battleship or arcade style Battleship.
Or what's that game? Assassin's Creed, where you hop in the ships and you're shooting the other ones with cannonballs. That's what I'm asking. I don't know. I'd like to play a game. That'll be fun. So, Johnny, I digress. What kind of game are we talking about with these battleships and these other homies staking up in there?
Yeah, I have not dropped this information yet, so I just can't. I can't.
Oh, come on. We got you by the balls, cousin.
No, you're so close. Sorry, full frontal anyway. Let's go.
What I could tell you is, you kind of have it. I've said battleships, so I'm going to let you think about what could be done with ships. You can go big as you want.
If you let Stevie run with his imagination, he's going to run. I'm just saying.
Yo, Hemi, it's like we planned that. Like you, me, and Roy were all on the same blue teeth right there.
That's
that
my
was
jam.
awesome.
You know what I'm saying?
That was the Salty Seagulls fucking singing. They ran so far away, and you just said, "That this happened. It just happened." Sorry.
Amazing. Yeah, you're just gonna have to wait to kind of see where we go with it.
Oh my goodness!
I know, but I'm gonna be, completely transparent here. It's not gonna be some like amazing, Unreal Engine. Like, it's gonna be the next big game on Steam because obviously we don't have that kind of funding, and I'm gonna be realistic. I'm not gonna be like, we got a metaverse gonna be like cornucopias that just.
Do I need an Oculus Rift to play your game?
Only for the reach round.
Yeah. You're gonna need to do a lot of reach rounds for that, buddy.
But wait, do take an Oculus Rift that covers your reach around zone? That's something I got to invest in. Like, that's a good one. I'm in. Elon, if you're listening, tell my homies over there at Oculus I got an idea. Thank you, brother. All right.
Yeah, thank you for saving Twitter Spaces, by the way, by reaching out to him. That was really, you're kind of a hero around here now. So.
Stevie's got that pull.
Listen, Johnny. Listen, man. It's not okay. Listen, you talk about connects. Like, some of you guys know, like, I know some people. One of those people is in this room with us right now. It's Cobra, and I'm gonna blow up his spot because every 5 or 6 shows, I let everybody know who he really is. Like, seriously, if you don't know who he is. Like, back in the day, I'm in my mid to late 40s, so to speak, right? And there were these boy bands back in the day. You had NSYNC, you had Backstreet Boys, you had 98 Degrees, you had all those good-looking dudes singing and dancing out of airplanes and shit. Now, Cobra, I'm not doxing you right now. We're not doing it, but you already know which member of what he was in. Hint, he's Puerto Rican. Check the videos. Anyways, so you're welcome. So besides hollering at my buddy Cobra, who's got the connects when he climbs out of the airplanes, I had to call my boy who shoots those fucking space because he's good at rockets. And I'm like, hey, dude, what's good? You love wild cards. It's your favorite shit ever, Elon. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, he was so yeah. And seriously, 10 minutes after I tweeted that shit out, we're back on. And so, again, thank you, my homie.
Shut up, baby dear.
Okay, I will take that as a shut up, and we'll move on. So, you're welcome, Johnny, and holler at me. I got the connect, Elon, homeboy, rockets. So, what do we got after this whole shenanigans with your battleships and sinking your battleships? What else is going on with your project?
Battleships all the way, man. No, we're not going to release those future phases because that's probably the battleship's going to be in I'm going to say Q4 to be safe, maybe Q3, maybe Q2 2023, and then we'll see where we go from there.
Well, so the good and bad part of that is oh shit, people got to wait a hot minute for this and that, right? And I guess that sucks. But the good part is this. I guess by you saying that and by saying that you took the reins of the project from another homie, it's okay, you are in it for the long haul, and again, that's one of the questions that I either ask myself or somebody else. It's yo, where's your project at in a year or 2 or 3 or whatever, or you're going to go bye-bye in the next little while, right? So to plan for that deep, again, it's frustrating for the people unless you're able to hit them with different things along the way, which, like you said, everybody loves mating, so that's a great in between. And then again, having people realize that some of the best, dude. A realistic goal, and realistic goals don't fucking take overnight. Again, I understand I'm not throwing my Oculus shit on and jumping on that fucking battleship with my fucking homies yet.
Yeah, right. We're going to just develop that thing into the Oculus real soon. We also have another part of our project, which is our DAO. We have pretty sick treasury going on. So we're going to be around very, very long time. We have a pretty solid community that's building stuff within the project. We've had a couple of our guys build out a Discord bot that does tipping. I don't know if you've seen that around. That bot can also handle auctions and raffles. And, it's just really cool that, we have people in our community building stuff and we're helping support them and they're helping support us. And we look forward to kind of investing in our holders and just kind of growing our community throughout, this whole project. It's that's kind of, I think that's more of like where we're heading towards in the late runs. But as for right now, we got all the stuff we have planned on the table and we're going to just keep building away.
So I got one question, and then I'll throw the mic at any of the homies up here who want to grab it, or anybody who wants to step up and ask anything. DAO, right? So you bring up DAO, and I just mentioned a minute ago, shout out to you for being long haul, because a DAO isn't something that like people want to buy into and say, oh, did I make money next week or the week after that? Because that's not really how it works. And it's like, for a little while, there were a handful of projects that were screaming DAO. Some have maintained, some haven't reported that they're doing too much with it right now. So what's the long-term goal of the DAO and the treasury itself? You said you were supporting other, members in the community, but again, if is your DAO growing? What's the plan with that?
Yeah, definitely. We've made some pretty good buys so far as investing into other NFT projects. We have, proposal system, voting system that is held on Discord right now. I think kind of what I mentioned before is just, I think in the future, we want to look more into investing into our members, into our holders and their projects and seeing, in growing their dreams as well and kind of going from there with that. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So you got somebody in the community who's like, yo, I want to do this. I don't fucking know, make a t-shirt of something and do this with it. And again, that's just like a widget, right? And you throw it at the community with the voting power, whatever. And they say, yeah, sweet. We'll be able to give up this amount of liquid to have you do this. And again, down the road, I want to see what you've done over this amount of time.
Heck yeah, exactly. Yep.
Come on, man.
Calling the professor.
And we're invested in a few other NFT projects in our DAO, and we're just going to continue kind of playing it safe, I think, and making some good buys and growing that treasury. That's the goal. A portion of our royalties goes to that, which is 50% of our royalties goes to that. 25% to the business to continue building that, and 25% to the team. So as long as we continue our volume and continue selling and whatnot, and we'll just be able to sustain this.
Now, okay, so again, you just said to the team, etc. So I'm assuming you're paying people and all that. But again, if any of the homies you got, Hemi or anybody else up here, if you want to grab a question and see what's up, you can.
How big is the team? How big is the team, by the way?
Yeah, so there's the 3 founders. Nice. There's the 3 founders, and then we have let's see, how many moderators? I think we got like 4 or 5 moderators right now, and then we do a lot of work with Yepple. They develop a lot of the stuff we have going right now, and other than that, yeah, that's it.
Don't forget the community leaders. The community is a big part of the DAO for me personally. And it's great to see the community stand up and take active positions in the community. I will say it. Every community has leaders. Everyone's kind of this equal, but every community has a leader, in my opinion. So it's great to see the community leaders. This select few that have stepped up, and I love to see that because the DAO is only as strong as the community, and knowing that those people stepping up, that tells me that the DAO is going to be a success because of the community members and the leaders. So I just love to see the community leaders step up there.
Yeah, I definitely want to harp on that. Shout out to our community leaders. We recently kind of made that role, and it's been awesome to see them kind of take such a good shine to that. Has been killing it lately. So shout out to them for sure.
So who does the art for you guys?
Yeah, so our artist, his name is Anthony. He does he's doxing our website and whatnot. So you could go check him out. He actually also started his own project called Rudy and Tops. So shout out to them as well. It's like a comic book project. It's a passion of his, and yeah, I mean, he's just an amazing artist. He's just done so much stuff for us, and I can't thank him enough for how good of the art he's just cranked out, and just really appreciate all his hard work.
And I also overheard that you guys were buying NFTs as part of the DAO. Is that correct?
Yeah, so we've bought into projects like we got Crocs, we got Bobcat, every time, so good. Oh man, we got some Kongs, we got some let's see, we got some Space Bugs.
Ain't got shit on me.
And you know, we bought at those projects at actually a pretty low entry, so they're all doing pretty well right now. And super hyped on that.
And regarding that, because we're projects back in the day that were buying NFTs, and I always ask myself this question: are they ever going to sell? Like, what is the intention of buying these NFTs? Are you guys planning to sell long term or keep it long term? What's the deal with it? What is you know, what's up with that?
Yeah, no, the best mating call ever. Holy shit. No, that's a great question. It's always a question people ask. And for us, we have a lot of projects we are staking with. And so we're getting their token and we're just accumulating all that token. And we're going to kind of be able to build out in those projects. You know, I'll use Crocs as an example. You know, we got a lot of swamp lands and whatnot. We got commercial lands. So by getting all those and getting all that C4, it's going to allow us to kind of put ourselves in the Croc community, you know, the Salty Seagulls Society. So we have just more eyes on our project. And, you know, we could always, depending on what the DAO wants to do with the treasury, if they do want to sell, you know, that could always be proposed. We could kind of figure that out. But as of right now, it's not, you know, no one's mentioned sell or anything yet. So. And as far as like, I guess maybe what you were also wondering is like, how are we like trying to pay people with the DAO treasury and whatnot? And I guess what I would say to that is just, we're kind of planning to invest in our holders, but not exactly like, it's not like, I don't foresee any sort of like payout per holder, you know, like just a couple ADA per, you know, I don't see that happening.
And I think sometimes with the DAO, that's what people hope in the future. They're like, okay, so if I have this much of the DAO, they can sell this many things at this amount, and they're going to split up this dough, and we're all going to stack that amount. And that doesn't really sound realistic. Again, like, you know, depending on how many people have membership of that DAO, then, you know, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, and on top of that, it's just really sticky legally to do all that stuff. So definitely don't want to ruin everything by making a boneheaded mistake. So just got to be really careful.
Fucking seagulls. You know, like the artwork. The artwork's cool, but like I fucking hate seagulls, dog. Like seriously, like I go to the beach and I've mastered this. I stare those motherfuckers down. So like I'm eating something and they try to roll up on me. I just give them like the polar bear stare. You know what I mean? Just ice grill them. And they eventually just back up like, oh shit, this motherfucker's fucking for real. He's going to fucking eat me or something. I don't even move. I just eye contact them to fucking death. But it's no disrespect to your project, though I just don't like seagulls. Just like my boy in the crew, who will remain nameless, really has something against our brethren in the ocean.
Fuck you, Buffy!
So it happens. We all have our likes and dislikes.
Story. Yeah.
Yo,
there's a little bit of history there, but yeah, we'll let him tell that story because he gets kind of
Not tonight.
Emotional. Yeah.
This
another
this
night,
is
but yeah.
this is not the forum for that. But
exactly.
I guess
Yeah.
Hemi,
Well, we
I'm
were kind of fully frontal, so I don't know, but yeah. So
it's been that kind of night already. But I mean, you know, as crazy as we are on this fantastic fun program you hear on a Friday night, that we know what it's called. Thank you. We like to go there. You know what I mean? And we're just gonna move on from that. So anybody else got something to say to the Salty Seagulls? You got a question? You got a concern, a comment, a query, a conundrum? That's right. That was alliteration right there.
That's right. I said Hammy.
And if you say this name over and over again, it's alliteration too.
Clay.
Okay, I just wanted to put it out there.
Wallet Wednesday.
And also brought to you by everybody's favorite restaurant. I've never eaten at one myself, but our homeboy Beto swears by it. I think he's actually driving for them tonight and doing some, Uber Eats or something like that.
Swag mania.
Shout out Swag. And Swaggins.
Shout out to the chicken sandwich.
And to chicken sandwiches and those fucking bundles and to them DMs. Yep, just your average night on wild cards, bitches. So what else we going to talk about, brother? We got another 15 minutes of busting each other's balls, shooting the shit. I don't want to talk about mating anymore with you just because, seriously, our DMs got a little – our DMs got spicy.
On that deal.
I wasn't ready for that. I wasn't ready for that. It was
exposed.
Like that. It was awkwardly exposed. Now I'm comfortable with it at this point. It's been put out there, but at the moment I was uncomfortable. It's happened before.
I can feel it. I can feel it.
Hey, people have told me I have a beautiful face. That makes me uncomfortable. It's happened.
Also heard that as well.
I've had to rap battle a lovely buddy of mine, and that was uncomfortable as well. I mean, that's where we go on wild cards on a fucking Friday night. Just saying. You know what I'm saying?
That's what it's about.
That's why we're here. So I got a question for you, Johnny. I got a question not about your project, but about you and NFT life. Because, what the shit? What other projects do you, as a dude, not as a project and not hinting at whatever, but the past 3 months, what projects have you either been stacking, really enjoyed, or blase blah, not financial advice, go fuck yourself, hit the Google button?
Luckily dodged the eggs. And
how about those eggs?
Here we go, the eggs.
Open a can of worms. Yeah, so fortunate to dodge that. I like Boss Cats. I got some Boss Cat. I really like the Yetis. Like what the Yetis are building. I love their dashboard. I'm a fan of their dashboard. I'm a fan of Pablo. Fan of Keeper.
I don't know shit about Yetis, to be honest with you. I'm smart about some things, but again, it shows you how we mentioned echo chambers all over the fucking place. If one of your homies don't have a Yeti, then they're not showing up on my feed. That's just how it works.
Yeah, no, go figure, right? It's all that the hype, but Yetis they've been building. They've been here a long time, and they have a strong community. So. I've always liked tuning into them. Crocs as well, kind of the OGs there. Got Chill Kongs. They're doing their thing still. Hopefully, kind of see a little more upside there. But
we shall see. We shall see. But I'm going to tell you something. I'm not going to say it, but screw in the pooch. Enough said. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Enough said. I'll tell you, though, shout out to the Cardano Crocs. I for the past, since they minted, which was 75 years ago, basically, at this time in Cardano land, right? I'm what's up with that? And I see, again, poker. I'm I want to check that shit out. But I kept on not checking it out. And then, maybe 2 months ago, I started checking it out. I'm what the shit? And again, not on my radar, and it took a little work for it to be on my radar now. You know what I'm saying? But again, that's something that, not financial advice. Go fuck yourself. I love that idea. Again, I came into crypto about a decade ago just because I needed that Coinbase and Bitcoin to pay for online poker tournaments on Bovada. So like here we are, like their user interface reminds me of that shit.
Yeah, most definitely. It's cool to see these projects that, you know, they may have kind of lost some hype, but they're continuing to build and then coming back. You know, it's really cool.
And what the fuck's hype? You know what I mean? Like hype
right.
is pumping the price of something, and everybody getting excited for something that's theoretically been planned for a while. So like there's this whole area that's planning something, building something, making it happen, whether they're quiet about it or not. It's only hitting a certain zone. And then that's when the hype happens after that build has happened. Again, regardless if it's a mint or whatever's next on the roadmap or some other big shit, you know? Like, again, and that's why it's interesting because there's projects that's been around so long. Like you know, we pointed out, you guys minted in May. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
So you got a handful of months now under your belt, and it's like you're reaching a certain people know about that, and again, no disrespect to you or your hustle. It's just how the fucking algorithms fucking work. You're not on other radars. So again, when like maybe a couple weeks ago, I heard about mating and I'm like, no shit, huh? And I noticed on Mutant Labs. So Mutant Labs, their site, they have all these raffles. They got all that. And I saw like a surge on their site of people, you know, doing auctions using your token. And I'm like, what's popping now? Something's popping if this token's being that thrown back and forth. And then again, it took me an extra couple steps to start figuring out what's going on with you guys.
Yeah, definitely. And that a lot of that has to do with marketing too. So like, you know, we're putting a lot more effort into the marketing, especially because we got mated pairs going on breeding. So it's just continuing to get your brand out all the time. You know, I think a project that's doing a really good job of that right now is Mallards. You know, they're
fucking
all over Twitter right now. It's just every time I open my damn Twitter, I'm like, oh, Mallard, fuck. You know.
Yeah, no,
you know, so
they're
them.
heavy.
Like their community is super strong, and they're continuing to like really pump that marketing. So, you know, they're doing a great job of that.
Yeah, they're fucking hustling. And again, you know, it's being out there. You know, dudes from Mallards, I feel like they weren't, like you didn't hear or see them for a hot minute. And, you know, so, you know, the you know, floor, whatever time's going on. And then as soon as dudes started showing up in these spaces, again, that silent builds for a handful of months, making shit happen. And again, not advertising the shit out of what he's doing or they're doing. And then hitting those Twitter spaces. And they're like, so what are you doing? They're able to say, yo, this is what we got going on. And in this handful of months, these things are already planned. And again, in a world of shit where the stock market is fucked and crypto prices look like piss and all that shit, like people are more, you know, leaning towards projects that have been there for a while and actually delivering on shit every week. You know, unfortunately, and all kidding aside, fucking eggs, dog, for real. Like, you know, again,
The eggs.
And fucking eggs. Shout out fucking Marky Fukerall, that motherfucker. Dude gets blown up in the fucking Boston Marathon and suddenly thinks that he can tell me how to fucking trade NFTs and wants me to buy a fucking egg from Logan Paul. And there went all my fucking liquid and it was fucking bullshit. I hate those fucking eggs. I'm selling that egg. I love that egg. 10 ETH. Holler at your boy. And now we got these other eggs that rug. The eggs have been cracked and it's like, yo, mad hype out of nowhere. These are going to be the shit, blah, blah, blah. They fall off. So it's, you know, again, those silent builders that when they do start marketing, advertising, re-promoting, it's for a product or a project that's actually fucking doing something and going to be there past tomorrow or the next day or next year or whatever.
Yeah, no kidding. And, you know, we got some eggs coming up here on our project. And
oh, shit. Fuck.
There's the
God damn it. Fucking eggs. Oh, red flag eggs. Jesus Christ. My bad. Roy's like a half a bottle. Yo, seriously, Roy is fucking half a bottle deep right here, just like rolling around, like throwing eggs at me right now. Like, fucking eggs, man. I know, I get it, brother, you know.
The champ is here!
I get it. You're the champ. You got eggs, and you're cool. Got you, brother. Wouldn't happen without you. So, fucking eggs. Yeah, you guys got eggs. What are you gonna fucking do? Just be careful with them eggs. Be careful with them bundles. It's Friday night.
Yeah, you're bringing it back to that point, to the beginning. Circle.
What beginning? The eggs, the bundles. What are you talking about? Bundle stacks over there.
Bundle stacks. Bundle stacking into the DMs.
Yo, shout out to my homeboy Rex. He's got a song called Bundle Stacks. I'm gonna have to dig that up later. And okay, so check it. Speaking of that and all that, we're gonna start making some moves on this. So I wanted to give you all a heads up. Every Friday fucking night, we do fucking wild cards, right? It's a fucking crazy ass show. Weird shit fucking happens. We don't just get information. Hopefully we get a couple laughs or little surprise faces or a couple of those little hearts like, oh, that was fucking great. Awesome. So that was the achievement in word. And you got to understand that. I don't know what's the date right now. I don't even know. But I do know at the end of the fucking month, we have a celebration of a year in Cardano NFTs. So, again, what's the date on that? What's the date on that, Cobra? You want to give it the rundown? Oh, there go the Cokies.
The 30th. Yeah, I'm outside. Yeah, December 30th. It's on December 30th. We're going to have a bunch of projects and a few of our friends passing by the Wild Card Show and just having a good time. They're going to be speaking about what's going on, what went down on 2022, and what's to come for 2023. So it's going to be one definitely tap into.
Cobra! Cobra!
Yeah, like we were planning on doing some sort of culmination, retrospective of the year. And so we're like, let's get together, let's holler 3, 4, maybe 5 projects, right? And we'll just have a little party and we're going to do this and that. And then I don't know if it was that Puerto Rican coffee or
yeah.
Like seriously, because dude, you drink more coffee than I do, you motherfucker. So dude, in the DMs, suddenly it's yo, I got this, and if you've seen the flyer, that we got 17 gangsta fucking projects showing up, and so every week we start at 8 Eastern time, and we go to a little after 9 for the recorded, like we said before. Then we kill it, cut it, and do it all over again, but not recorded, right? We're going to more to follow on information about that because with so many projects, and again, look at the flyer somewhere, somebody pin that if you know how to do that, because Lord knows I don't know how to fucking do that shit. That's right, though.
Call him the professor.
They call me the professor. I just don't know how to pin tweets. But we got a whole bunch of projects rolling in, so it's going to be we don't want to assembly line that shit, and we don't want people feeling like, oh shit, I got to listen for hours to hear my favorite project talk about their year. So it's going to be broken down basically, hopefully, by sections, segments, time, and all that. So I mean, if you're in Australia and you're like, oh shit, you're already in the future, and you want to know what happened last night, what time you're supposed to go back in your DeLorean and figure out what you're going to listen to. So it's going to hopefully cater to the world clock and not just Boston time. Nah, I mean. So that's going to be the plan.
Yeah, that sounds awesome, man.
There it is. Cobra just posted it up top.
Nice. Yeah, that looks awesome. Go to that. I wanted to kind of give away something. I got 5 whitelist lending pawn.
Oh, no shit.
So, surprise for you guys, and appreciate everyone who showed up tonight.
No shit. Now check it. I got a question about that because that's a whole other conversation. Lending Pawn's got a lot going on. So when we come back next in a handful of minutes, we're going to talk about Lending Pawn a little bit. We can do that giveaway, how you want to do that. And my question about that is, do the winners have to be, I believe the winners have to be a member of their DIS in order to get that whitelist spot?
That is correct. Yeah, you got to be in their Discord. You got to be in our Discord.
Oh, no shit. Oh, check it out.
Just a little some. And then, I'd like to just give them away to, 5 listeners. If you like a list of them, and then we could just kind of do it that way. Just kind of pick the 5.
Okay. Okay, so I guess if we're going to be picking 5 whitelist peoples for this motherfucker, it ain't going to be me picking anybody. It could be any of the homies. I mean, obviously, it could be the king of all.
An influencer.
Or we can have our homie who I'm seeing sitting there, and once in a while I see like smiley faces, but I'm not sure. And if she's listening, or if I'm, pulling her card right there, what kind of card am I pulling?
Wild card, bitches!
That's okay too, and you just don't have to respond if you're like cooking something or playing with all your cats and stuff like that. But I could have that's our girl Fart I'm hollering at, and if not Fart, what up, Fart? Any other homies that is in the fam, please request to speak, and I'd love to have just somebody else make that choice. Come on, don't make me like sit here and like beg or throw like 5 or 10 people under the bus right now, Swaggins.
Throw a 5 on it.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, if Swaggins wanted to grab up here, I mean, we got Boo coming up. We got Boo and Baba. Holy shit.
We got Malibu.
Wait a second. Not only do we have Boo.
Baba Booey.
Woo! That just happened. It's going to happen again. Okay, thank you, Roy.
The champ is here.
All right.
Baba Booey.
Okay. What up, fellas? So, like, I'm calling up all these people to give away fucking whitelists and shit like that, right? So, like, and now, like, people are finally grabbing the mic and being like, shit, I'll do that. So, I definitely want to, like, give them away. But if any of the homies that, like, I mean, we got the Boo in the house. If the Boo wanted one of these fucking whitelists, I think he should have one because, come on, doesn't it look like his PFP? If you look at him right now, doesn't it look like he's topless in his fucking picture right there? He's, like, wearing, like, a coral colored shirt, and it's, like, he's all tanned up. It looks like he's, like, nude in his picture. Take a look at it, everybody. Number 1 influencer after our boy D. Clay.
An influencer. Baba Booey.
No pants. It's all good.
No pants.
Baba Booey.
All right, so we're giving some shit away. It's 9:12 on my clock right now. Holler at your boys. Boo. What up, Boo?
What's happening, fellas?
Baba and Boo. Boo and Baba. What up?
Malibu, I think, is still in New York. Can you speak right now?
Fuck yeah.
Oh, shit. There he is. Hey.
Yeah.
Wild card, bitches!
How about that? Yo, Baba and the Boo were that's like a TV show. Baba and the Boo. They were out in New Yiddy. That's how about that?
Big Apple.
We got to talk about that next hour for real. But who we giving this shit away to? Come on now. Come on. Give away.
I was gonna give one. I was gonna give one to Malibu, but then he popped up. So I'm gonna go with our boy River Rock. Yeah, he's all.
Baba Booey.
Wild card,
Shout out to River Rock.
Yo, River Rock up in this motherfucker. What up, River Rock? I don't see you, but it's because I don't got my glasses on. Thanks for being here, brother. You got yourself a whitelist. Thanks to who?
Baba Booey.
I vote for Ada Ant. He should have a whitelist.
Who be speaking right now?
Who is that? What happened?
This
Malibu.
be
Malibu.
Lucy Girl.
Malibu
This be
showed his
Lucy
voice.
Girl.
What? That's happening now?
Girl.
Oh, everybody, what?
Oh, shit.
Ain't a girl in the motherfucking house. What?
Oh, and
Wild card, bitches!
It's Friday. Whoa. Okay. So you getting one too? Is that what's happening?
I was just about to say we were about to go drinking, but I just wanted to pop in and say hi. And then I saw I think he left. Oh no, there he is. Ada Ant. He deserves a whitelist.
How about that? You get a whitelist. You get a whitelist. You get a whitelist.
Let's go.
So who we got giving white? We got did the Boo just got one? Yeah, we got River Rock. I gotta write this isn't down right now. River Rock and who else we said we got? We got Ada Ant got one of them shits. Ada Ant, what up, Ada Ant? Shout out to you, motherfucker.
True Blue.
True Blue. That sounds like I don't want to say what that was when I was a kid.
What?
True blue,
You get
Scooby
your
Doo,
mind out of the
Doo.
gutter, sir. Get your mind out the gutter.
I live in the gutter.
Oh, okay.
So so who I got? I got 8 AM, the Boo. We got River Rock. I mean, what is that? Everybody so far? We got any more to give away?
How many you got to give away? You said 5?
I got 5 all day. That's Tree, and I'm a math guy, and so that means we got 2 left over.
Yeah, you don't teach math. Yeah. Let's go with.
It's like advanced math.
That's big time. I have like not that many fingers. What'd you say, Baba?
Kilphinius Maximus, the Coffee King.
Oh,
he's down there.
F and A, motherfuckers. That dude's getting you get a whitelist, and you get a whitelist. Okay. That's 4. One more, and then we're gonna start killing this shit, starting it up. And guess what? Motherfuckers. So again, for this whitelist, you have to be in the Salty Seagulls Discord, and you also have to be in Lending Pool, right? But there may or may not be, wink, wink, some more of those to give away next hour or next 5 minutes when we come back to. Just saying. Cobra just said something.
Oh, that's
to me.
the alpha.
In
the DMs.
There's something going on. There's
Reach
something
around going on. Geez.
There's a lot going on. No, she's not reach around and cut the shit. Okay, so one more, and then we're gonna kill this shit. Start it back up again. Yo, Baba, who's it gonna be? Or is it just gonna be Swaggins because he's right there and I see that.
Shut up, baby dick.
Shut up, baby dick.
Shut up, baby dick.
Damn.
Shut up.
I couldn't help it, man. I love that.
Shut up, baby dick.
Yeah, let's give it the baby dick.
Oh, this is tough, man. This is tough, yo. I think I'm going to have to – I'm a little biased here, but there's a guy that's been out there. He's the rising star of CNFTs, in my opinion. This dude has been doing the Lord's work out for all of us. Change my mind. What is FUD? My boy, Kenny B. I think he deserves this shit. Merry Christmas.
Kenny motherfucking B. All right. That's right, Kenny. That's right. You throwing those hands up too. That's right. Okay, so check it. Those are the 5.
The Cosby Show. My name's not Bud. My name's Kenny. Remember that?
Bud.
My name's not Bud. My name.
Whatever. Your mama still named you Bud. I love that fucking show. Even though fuck you, Bill Cosby.
I know.
Actually, it's interesting you bring that up. We're gonna end this shit in a minute, but like I started the show off, so I've been dropping a little hip hop for you, teasing it in there here and there, right? So like I just dropped some underground unknown Rex and Sonny Black and No Doze, okay? And actually the difference to fucking Bill Cosby in that show. So it's so fucked up that you just brought that up. That's crazy. That's Friday night, bitches. That's right. So all right, you know how we do. We have the Sun motherfuckers up in the piece this Friday night. It's Wild Cards. Friday night, the first hour and some change. We have a good time. Shit's recorded. Hopefully, I mean, ain't that right, Elon Wink? And we upload that shit to all these fucking platforms, YouTubes and all that. And then we kill it, and we come back unrecorded, and we bring the party right fucking back.
Wild card, bitches!
And keep it going until I pass out. And at that point, I pass out, right? And apparently last week, Cobra and fucking Roy kept it going for another like 16 hours straight. Those crazy bastards. And I'm not even playing. They really fucking did that. They really did that. So without further ado, this is what we're going to do. We're going to ride it out of here, and we'll be right back. So shout out. Thank you, Johnny, and the homies from the Salty motherfucking Seagulls Society. Appreciate you. Thanks for the info.
Thank you guys for coming out.
And thanks for those DMs. A whole lot of breeding going on. Just saying.
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
Oh. Who is your daddy? La 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 la.
Thank you for listening to Wild Cards. Please rate and review and share the podcast. The more the merrier. And until next time, have a kick-ass day. Thanks for listening.